Hi, this is Lauren Swenson with AOScan. Welcome to the video training series, and this is video 11. On this video, I'd like to introduce you to a couple of the features and some little cool ways to navigate through the program that will make your sessions a little more productive. On this page here, just a quick note, the up here at the top, delete file card, that is the only one of the three deletes you would ever use, and you would only use that when you have already saved your file off the program, and then you would delete that so that it's no longer in the program but still on the hard drive. You do not want to delete research or delete by date. Those two would affect other aspects of the program, so only delete file card. Second is, we showed you in a previous video the graphic picture toggle, so you can see the graph related to the item that is highlighted, and you can see the picture. Okay, and then down at the bottom is comparative analysis. This is a very cool and useful feature, and you can access comparative analysis from here at this page, but I want to access it from the current analysis page. Just know that you can get there from both. So on current analysis, here's the gastric gland, and it's gone through its 3 or 4 metatherapies. And if you look right above metatherapy, there again, comparative analysis. So we've done our scan, and we've done our metatherapies. We want to see how much progress was made. So you would click on comparative analysis, and that brings up the analysis page. And what's really awesome about this is once you get to this page and you have selected the last metatherapy, now that's important, make sure you've selected the last metatherapy of the item you want to compare. Then click right up here below exit, you see the word auto search. What it will then do is go and find the first one, the first scan. So you want to see the scan, you want to compare it to the last metatherapy, so click on auto search. And what it will do is go out there and find the first one, which this was our scan, and then puts right next to it the last metatherapy. And you see down at the bottom it says strengthening compensatory reaction 13%, decreasing of nidus of defeat by 100%. Let me explain what this means. Compensatory reaction is how much progress was made. Was there any made? And anything above 10% is good. Obviously the higher the better, but if it's above 10% or higher, then the therapy is doing its job. The metatherapy is doing its job. Decreasing of nidus. Now nidus is a Latin word for nest. In medical terms, nidus refers to the core, the main area that's causing the problem. So the nidus, the nest, the core issue. Now, when it says decreasing of nidus of defeat by 100%, that is phenomenal. That means that this type of frequency therapy that's being done through metatherapy is very effective in the body. The body responds to it very well. And so that is a wonderful thing to see. Now, you will see sometimes where it'll come up and say strengthening compensatory reaction by 4% or 5%. And no change in nidus. Well, that means that right now the body needs more than just the metatherapy. It may need a supplement. It may need some other type of therapy to help it because it is so stressed or so damaged. So this part of the program where you can compare how much progress was made is really useful. So again, strengthening and decreasing of nidus 10% or higher, it's wonderful. The program is going to be effective in what you're trying to accomplish. Okay, so anyway, that shows you comparative analysis. Just remember, the rest of the things on this page will really have no benefit to you, but remember, when you enter this page, always have selected your last metatherapy, the most recent metatherapy, and then when you click auto search, it will then find the very first scan and then compare the two. Okay, so we'll exit out of this now. Now I'm just going to go back to the main page. Remember I told you you could access that from the same from here as well. I'll just show you. You click on Comparative Analysis here. It'll take you there. It'll show you the last metatherapy in both boxes. Click Auto Search. And there it is. It'll go find the first. So like I said, you can access this page from the main page, your catalog page, or from the current analysis page. Okay, so that's one thing. Comparative analysis is something that you will use every time you scan. Another really great feature is the Ghetto Test. Now, we are all taking supplements, vitamins, minerals, medicines, whatever, and we wonder, is it really doing us any good? Well, the program has a built-in way to test to see if the supplement you're taking is doing you some good. And the beauty of this is it is unbiased. It doesn't have an opinion. It just compares the frequencies of that supplement to the item that you're scanning. And now that's another important thing to remember. Just because you're taking a supplement, let's say that you're taking a supplement to help your liver, and it comes up and it says when you're scanning your heart, okay, we say you did a scan on your heart and you put that supplement down to see if it's doing you any good, and it says no, it's not doing you any good. It's hindering your heart condition. But when you put it for your liver, which is what you're really taking it for, and it says 100% or 50% good for your heart, you've decreased the nidus by 50 or whatever percent, then you have to weigh out, well, okay, is it doing enough good to help my liver that it's worth the stress that it's putting on the heart, or whatever you're comparing to. That's where you have to weigh out those decisions. But it's wonderful because we've had people come, and they'll come in literally with the Tupperware bowl of supplements. We had one individual come in with over 22 supplements that they were taking every single day. That's way too many. In most cases, that's just way too much for your body to process. And so what this individual did was sat down, and one at a time he would do the Ghetto Test on his supplements. So let me show you how that works. So let's say that we're working with, in this case, it's our gastric glands. So are we going to take something, maybe we're going to take a Tums. We want to know if that Tums is helping us. You would click the Ghetto Test, and then you would write the name of the supplement here. Now the machine doesn't care what it is because it doesn't know, but you need to know when you go back to look at your records what the supplements were. So it's asking you, is that going to help? And so in just this case, we're just going to type in Tums. Now what's important, now you have your little box there, your remote box, and on the top of your box there's a silver decal. You're going to want to put that your supplement on the word the Ghetto, because there's a coil underneath that picks up the frequency of that supplement. Now you would not put your whole bottle of the supplement on the Ghetto. You would put the dose. So let's say it's 2 capsules is what you're supposed to take. So you take 2 capsules out, put them in the lid of the bottle, and put that right on top of the Ghetto on your box. And then once that's done and you've typed it in, you would click OK. Now what it then does is it does a scan, a new scan, comparing what you just scanned with your organ with the frequency of that medicine or that supplement that you put in the lid. And it comes up with another scan. Now what you do from there, and again, all of this is covered in your manual. So please look at your manual. Go to Comparative Analysis and Auto Search. Now if you'll look up at the top right or top left corner of box number 2, it says Tums. That was the medicine that we were testing. Now isn't it interesting? It comes you down here, you look at it, it says it weakened the compensatory reaction by 7% and decreasing the nidus of defeat by 43%. So it didn't just it's not doing us any good. So we would say, oh no, we're not going to take that supplement. Now again, that is your choice in the end, whether you're going to take a supplement or not. But this is another one of those things where if you're on the fence on a supplement, is this really doing me any good? you can do a Ghetto Test. Isn't that wonderful? It's a great little asset to the program. So let me just go over that one more time with you. So you've got your organ that you're testing, and you want to take a supplement to help that. So you would open up the Ghetto Test. You would take the dose of your supplement, whatever your normal dose would be, and put that on top of the Ghetto sticker on your box. You would type the supplement in, and then you'd click OK. When that's all done, you would click on Comparative Analysis and then Auto Search. And that would tell you, is it helping you or is it hurting you? It's a wonderful tool. So that's another one of those great features in here that you'll be able to use. All right, now on the next thing I want to show you has nothing really to do with how the program is going, in using your program. But let's go to Exit, and we'll go back to, we'll do a quick research on something, a new item. And here's all these words of the things that you can scan. Now, let me explain a couple things. This program was developed in Russia, so the program was originally in Russian. And in all of medical throughout the world, the base language for medicine is Latin. And so it was in Latin, then into Russian, it was converted into Chinese and English and Spanish and Portuguese and German. And a lot of times the translations are not perfect, and so you'll see things, and for one thing for sure, they're not in a good alphabetical order. And so, for example, let's click on System, which is our toggle between a group of pre-made scans or the whole catalog. And so here we see the whole catalog. You can see that down at the bottom of your screen where it says 1001. There's over 1,000 items. You're looking at some of these things, and unless you're a doctor, and a good doctor, you may not understand what a lot of these things are. Down at the bottom of the page, it says multi-line. You see that little multi-line, and there's a box. Click on multi-line, that box, and it gives you a visual representation of what that item is. Makes it really easy, because you get used to the pictures. You know what the pictures are. Every time you scan, the picture comes up. So you can look for it with the picture. So multi-line is a really useful tool to help speed up the process in clicking the things that you want to scan. When you get familiar with it, you don't really need those pictures. Just uncheck multi-line. Again, multi-line gives you the representation of the graph, or you can unclick it and you just have the terminology. So another little useful tool. Again, remember research type. You always want to be in Psi up at the top. These other buttons up here, you're not going to use except for autotherapy. Now this is another really awesome tool. Let's say you're in a real hurry, you want to do a quick scan and a therapy. You can, we'll go pick a system here. We'll pick sensors. And so here on this particular scan, as soon as it loads here, there's 42 different items. And let's just, we'll deselect all of them, and let's just check maybe 7 or 8 items. Now the last thing that you did, the last scan that you did, will always be up at the very top of the box. It will not rescan that. It's there. It's just the last one you did will always show up at the top. But we've selected 8 items, and you can see that down at the bottom. There's 8 items of 42 that we're going to scan. So we'll do a research. Actually, for this video, we'll deselect some of those, and we'll just do 4. We're going to research those now and scan each one. Now when it's all done scanning, It'll come up and say research is done. You're done. Okay, now I can go in and I can do the current analysis, and I can go into the meta-therapy and do all that. But if I'm in a real hurry and I just need to see where I'm at, you can go up and click auto therapy, and it will do a meta-therapy on each item automatically. See that? So it makes shorter order of doing a quick meta-therapy on each item. Now you can only do that once. You can't do it, it won't do it 3 times. But it's a great way to see, if things were changing. Let's say that those were a lot of reds and they all immediately changed to green. I wouldn't want to spend more time doing more meta-therapies. So it's a great way to see if your body's progressing, fast, and should I spend time on something else. All right, I think that that's enough for this video. I hope it was helpful. And again, all of the things that we've discussed in this video and the other videos are in your manual. So get familiar with them. You can always go back and watch the videos over and again. Get used to your manual, and your sessions will be much more productive. Thanks for your time. See you on another video.